Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I'm going to be doing a sketchbook tour. So for the month of January, I filled an A6 Leuchtturm. Now this is a discontinued product. They don't make A6 sizes anymore. I purchased this in 2021 and I am using all of them up. So let's get started. The bulk of this is colored pencil. I used the Faber-Castell Polychromos. I have the 36 set plus half a dozen convenience colors. And then I used a couple of the Caran d'Ache Luminous. A pencil extender, because once I show you my walnut brown, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that one's almost done. So a lot of browns went into this. And then I used for inks, for the cover and some of the highlights, I used a Posca. This is the pen type, the extra fine tip, 0.7. And then I used a micron. This is the plastic nib, and this is in sepia. And I will link all the different products in the description box below. I used my favorite sharpener. This is the Rupert and Mobius brass. Okay, I'll link it all. Okay, so the whole theme of this is extinction. So I decided to do sort of a dinosaur because I think that's kind of indicative, plus the text. I think it works. Stylistic wise, you understand what this is going to entail. It's going to have extinct things, and odds are good there's going to be dinosaurs. I put the date. I did this pretty heavily, pretty large, because as it stands, this is the information that I know as I found it. There is a company, Colossal, they're trying to bring back a couple of the species. They want to try and bring back the thylacine, which is the Tasmanian tiger, Tasmanian wolf, and they want to try and bring back the woolly mammoth. And then there's some species where they're like, they've declared it extinct, but there's gray areas within this theme, and I never thought it would be this hard. So let's get started. This is my only horizontal sort of a composition. This is the Cape Verde giant skink, and this went extinct 1940. This is my first illustration. Again, I have the names and the dates at the side here. This is the slender-billed curlew. This went extinct last year. This is the western black rhino. This went extinct in 2011. This is the golden toad. It went extinct in 2004. This is the Christmas Island pipistrelle. It's a type of bat, and it went extinct in 2009. I know I have some spots on here. This is the Cosmoceratops, and this went extinct 75 million years ago. There's a range for the dinosaurs, and I sort of just picked a date in the middle just to make it easier on myself here. This is the Wicow, or the laughing owl. It went extinct in 1914. This is the Steller's sea cow. It went extinct in 1768. And some of this I am trying to go off references and other illustrations because it's before the camera. And some of this I have no idea. I'm just doing my best here. This is the saber-toothed tiger. It went extinct 10,000 years ago. This is the Bramble K melomus. And this is a type of rodent. It went extinct in 2019. This is the Dracorex. It went extinct 66 million years ago. This is the passenger pigeon. It went extinct in 1914. This is the Pinta giant tortoise. It went extinct in 2012. This is the Atlas bear. It went extinct in 1870. This is the Tecopa pupfish. It went extinct in 1981. This is the Parasolophoros. Oh, it went extinct 75 million years ago. This is the great auk. This is a penguin descendant, and it went extinct in 1844. This is the Tulaik wallaby. It went extinct in 2000. This is the Chikere harlequin frog. It went extinct in 1996. This is the Shasta ground sloth. It went extinct 11,000 years ago. This is the Protoceratops. It went extinct 75 million years ago. This is the Moa. It went extinct in 1445. This is the Gull Island vole. It went extinct in 1898. This is the thylacine. This is the Tasmanian wolf, the Tasmanian tiger. It went extinct in 1936. And this is kind of my example of, I chose a theme of portraits, and for most of these it's okay, but him it doesn't work because you can't see what makes the thylacine so unique, and that is the stripes in the back. So there's that. Gastric brooding frog went extinct in 1983. This is the Corthosaurus. It went extinct 75 million years ago. This is the Alagos foliage gleaner. It went extinct in 2011. This is the Caribbean monk seal. It went extinct in 2008. And here you can really see the Posca. Now I could have negative spaced the white dots and drawn around every white dot instead of just drawing and adding it on top. But for time constraints, this was much quicker. This is 48 pages and I fit it into a 31-day month. And in doing so, I had to double up, and some days I did two illustrations. And these took anywhere from 1.5 to 3.5 hours, depending on which one I was drawing. This is the Pierian ibex, went extinct in 2000. The cave lion went extinct 14,000 years ago. This is the Styracosaurus. Went extinct 75 million years ago. It's the dodo bird, went extinct in 1681. And I made him really pale. Lots of grays. Woolly mammoth, 4,000 years ago in the Siberian area. So some of they went extinct 11,000 years ago, and some of it's 4,000, depending on the area. This is the round island burrowing boa. It went extinct in 1875. It's my only snake. And I did an S for snake. The Japanese otter went extinct in 2012. This is the Ankylosaurus. It went extinct 70 million years ago. This is, oh man, and I have the Maori spelling. Oahu Akola. It's the Hawaiian honey creeper. It went extinct in 1892. Here's the Irish elk. It went extinct 8,000 years ago. And this is another one where I don't think it quite works. Things with antlers and you're trying to do a portrait, either you have the face and you lose all the antler, or you shrink the face and you get a partial. But the antlers on this guy are absolutely massive and you just can't see that. So I made some concessions with trying to keep an even flow of everything being portraits. This is the Bali tiger, went extinct in 2008. This is the splendid poison frog, went extinct in 2020. This is the Amargosaurus, went extinct 120 million years ago. This is the Carolina parakeet, went extinct in 1939. This is the Norfolk Spaniel, went extinct in 1903. It's really hard with some dog breeds. Like, you're going off of wonky illustrations and other people's interpretation of animals and stuff. The Aurochs went extinct in 1627. This is another one where I'm trying to figure out, like, how much, horn do I show of this bovine, and it made the face kind of smaller. This is the little Mariana fruit bat, went extinct in 2023. The regular Mariana fruit bat is alive and well, but the little one they didn't quite know about till later, and he's extinct. Carnothosaurus went extinct 70 million years ago. This is the Cuban macaw, went extinct in 1885. This Camelops went extinct 11,000 years ago. It's sort of just a very, very large camel descendant. This is the Falkland Island wolf, went extinct in 1876. This is one of those where I was drawing off something somebody taxidermied. So the facial expression is kind of like, say cheese, and then hold it for a really long, awkward time period. Yeah. Drawing from taxidermied stuff, you get very strange facial expressions. And this is the Wolfacarium, went extinct 164 million years ago, and this was like a gliding mammal. And I wasn't going to draw on this page because it has a huge Leuchtturm logo, but I thought it'd be funny to do something trying to land on it, or like body slam the logo. I don't know. Okay, so this is my sketchbook, and it was a ton of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I've drawn some of these before in different positions. I've never done realistic dinosaurs before. I don't think the fish works. I did the one fish and it's like portrait style, so it's really blown up and you don't get all the fins in the tail. And that's what's so great about fish, are the fins and tail. So I didn't do any more fish because I just don't think it works and looks good. The Atlas bear, some of these, I'm like, are they still alive though? So this is, they live in the Atlas Mountains, Morocco, northwestern Africa, and they haven't seen them. This is what I mean by gray area. Like they'll give a date, last seen or last held in captivity. And then there's like an official declared date where it's like decades later and they're like, okay, we've officially declared this extinct. So the date that they last see it versus the date that everybody agrees it's extinct are two different dates. And it could be the country declares it extinct before the world decides it's extinct. So then you have like 3 different dates. This one by far took me the longest. There's just this little tiny corner of white. So this one took 3.5 hours. But I love him. And birds are always a lot of fun. So, and all the dinosaurs. But I didn't get wild with the colors. There are no backgrounds. It is just the main subject matter. And again, that's time constraints of doing 2 a day for most days. It was a lot of drawing. You can see why I absolutely killed my brown colored pencil. As I don't do enough toads and frogs, and rhinos are my favorite. I love rhinos. Okay, so yeah, this is how I spent January filling this sketchbook. I actually finished it 2 days early. I know. I hustled 1 week and was able to do 2 a day every single day. And so I finished 2 days early and I managed to draw a cover for my A4. This is my Midori blank page A4. So I drew a horned owl, and then this is my Epsilon by Stillman Byrne, and I drew seagulls and finalized my octopus. So this was January's productivity, and this is, you know, over 100 hours of illustration. This was a ton of fun. It was emotionally, it was sad. I don't feel like a huge level of sadness drawing dinosaurs because I just think it's too far removed. I've never seen one. No one I know has ever seen one. But when it comes to things that have like recently passed, like the birds and stuff, like this passed in 2011, that's sad to me. So there was definitely like an emotional connotation to this. I did not anticipate at all. Some of these, I just, like, I'm doing my best. I don't know. I wouldn't want to meet half these in real life anyway. I've drawn a lot of dodos. Dodos are fun. So this time I just went grays and neutrals with him because I've never drawn him in that color scheme before. But yeah. And some of these I've never drawn before. So I've never drawn this snake before, and snakes are awesome. It is officially Year of the Snake. I hope you had a nice Lunar New Year. Dinosaurs. And all the birds. So I did a repeating pattern. So it goes bird, animal, 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 dinosaur. And bird, animal, 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 dinosaur. So it was, part of this is the curation of the sketchbook, putting it on a repeating theme. So I have a really strong structure. And then the other part of this is to ensure that it's not all birds and not all dinosaurs. There are a lot of extinct birds. There are even way more extinct dinosaurs. And I could have just done a dinosaur book, But a bunch of these things I've never drawn before, so like I've never drawn a passenger pigeon. And I did in portrait style, so I didn't even draw all of him. I've never done a tortoise like this before, ever. And fur takes me twice as long as scales. So that's another thing when in feathers. When I'm drawing and I know I'm doing something with a lot of fur, I know it's going to take me a while. Like it just takes me longer. This could be in a children's book. I feel like he needs a scarf and a monocle and a hat. It'd be really cute like that. Yeah, and some of these, like, I don't know how close I got to the real thing, because when you look at all the extinct tigers, there's a bunch. Like, there's like 3 of them, and it's really hard to find an accurate reference photo that isn't a deceased one that somebody's holding up, and that's just horrific. I'm not drawing from a reference like that. So some of these I'm trying to be as accurate as possible. Some of these are stylized. Some of these are the best I could do with the information I had. Yeah, there were a few I really wanted to draw and I just couldn't find any photos of. And a lot of those are extinct dog breeds, were really, really hard. I wanted to include some more animals from Africa and I just couldn't get the reference photos for any level of accuracy. I love bats. They're such a cute pollinator that, you know, eats mosquitoes. So I hope you enjoyed this sketchbook tour. I hope you had an absolutely wonderful January. I hope it was productive. You know, I hope you're finding things that spark your creativity and inspire you and motivate you to want to try stuff. Dinosaurs are just so cool. I really need to draw more dinosaurs. You can see why I was absolutely craving doing something horizontal though. Like after doing all these, I did this one last and I was like, oh, it's so nice to give him space to lay out. Okay. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day and I will talk to you later. Bye.